What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? The biggest questions of all. The questions that have dogged the greatest minds for centuries. It makes me look up to the heavens in awe at our vast, magnificent universe and wonder at the possibilities of what life is all about. Join me on a journey to understand more about who we are, why we're here, and to discover more happiness, meaning, and purpose. Have you ever wondered why even when we achieve things, we may still feel a background dissatisfaction with our lives? I remember situations where I achieved my goals and I had some temporary happiness here and there, but I wasn't reveling in bliss. It wasn't the great feeling of accomplishment or contentment that I had fantasized and worked towards.
This is because I may have been achieving my goals, but I wasn't living my life purpose. Our soul authentically expresses itself through the living of our life purpose. And when we express that life purpose, I find that it brings us a deeper, more subtle joy and a contentment. It's a virtuous circle. Living lives full of meaning and purpose can bring us more happiness and vice versa. When we dedicate our actions to a higher ideal or act with a spirit of service, we're expressing our deeper selves. This really is authentic living, living from the heart. And this also helps release our conditionings at the same time. So expressing our deeper selves synergistically helps both others on the planet as well as our own spiritual growth.
Take the example of the cells of our body. They are all automatically living their life purpose through the service they provide, which is to keep us alive. They all serve together to form a beautiful being called a human. Now, if some of those cells did not live their life purpose and instead said, "Hey, what's in it for me?" then all the other cells would be affected. There would be instability if everyone was only in it for themselves. In the same way, the instability on our planet is partly caused by many of us not living life according to our purpose for the collective good. We are that special cell that has an important role to play, to serve and create a society we can all be proud of.
Over these next 3 videos, we'll get closer to our life purpose. And you can do these exercises on your own or in a group. Now, obviously, the advantage of discussing them in a group is that you're able to reflect on your answers with others.
Today, we shall engage in some blue sky thinking about our life purpose. And in the next video, we'll go deeper into some of those ideas that we come up with. Finally, in our 3rd life purpose video, we shall look at our fears and resistances to living our life purpose and putting it into practice. We'll also come up with a plan of action to take it forward. Are you ready for this exciting adventure?
Now, I may not know you personally, but I've helped thousands of people discover their life purpose. And so I know that you have that potential to be greater than you realise. You can be a beacon of light on this planet. You are greater and more beautiful than you can possibly imagine. And when you live closer to your purpose, you'll be more in tune with your greatness. All great people have become great by fulfilling their life purpose. What greatness lies dormant within you, waiting to be unleashed? Congratulations if you want to ask this question. Most people just sleepwalk through life, never really asking what their lives are about. They conform to societal expectations of what is a good life. They don't necessarily deeply self-inquire. They get caught up in the busyness of life, and busyness becomes an excuse, a distraction that keeps them from facing the dissatisfaction that they feel with their lives.
I believe that we're all here to give a unique gift to this planet. And when we authentically express ourselves, our cosmic destiny is fulfilled and we become stronger. We become truly alive, and it becomes easier to step into the glory of who we really are. And this also makes us fit for the path of self-realization.
We are all unique individuals, and the gift that we're here to give is as unique as our thumbprint. It's our DNA. We were born to do it. And the seeds of our life purpose have already been sown in our hearts. To trigger the shoots to grow, sunlight is required, which is that deep self-inquiry. Our cosmic destiny is revealed to us when we live our lives in self-inquiry. In my life, and in the lives of those I've coached, I've noticed that there tend to be 3 signs that we're getting closer to living our life purpose. I call them skill, will, and thrill. See if you can recognize any of the following signs in your own life whilst you're doing an activity.
Skill. Feeling that you're contributing through your unique talents and abilities. Will. You feel like you are living your deepest values. You have the motivation and inspiration to serve the greater good. A feeling of clarity that this is the right, noble thing to do. Thrill. The highest feeling of joy and fulfillment. You love it. It's effortless, and it doesn't feel like work. The intersection of skill, will, and thrill determines our life purpose.
There's something very unique about living our life purpose. You see, normally, when we do an activity, we get good feelings once we get the outcome that we wanted, the result that we wanted. But when we're living our life purpose, the fulfillment comes during the activity itself. So these feelings of skill, will, thrill occur in the midst of the activity, regardless of the outcome.
Another clue is that living our life purpose brings us into the present moment. Now, I remember when I first became aware of what I really wanted to do in life, It was a real Zen moment. There was peace and stillness, as if my soul suddenly sighed a huge feeling of relief. Finally, he gets it.
Our life purpose may not even involve changing our current career or our current job. They say, do what you love, or at least love what you do. Your life purpose may be to stay in your current career, but to change the mindset with which you work. To make your current career into a deeper expression of who you really are.
For others, they're satisfied with their career, but live their life purpose during evenings and weekends. For instance, volunteering or doing charity or community work. Or setting up a social enterprise or business on the side. Or bringing up children in a certain way with certain values. Or pursuing an artistic calling. For others, their life purpose may involve a radical change in career or lifestyle.
Our life purpose is more likely to be revealed through us when we're already living in a spirit of service, living more in harmony with our true nature, which is to serve. And when we meditate, when we calm our minds, it's easier for us to connect to that intuition that can guide us forward.
When we live purposeful lives of service to others, the whole universe conspires to help move us towards our goal. Other people's suffering is our opportunity to serve. There is an infinite power there that is always available for us to plug into, and this is grace. The higher and nobler the attitude, the easier it is to access that grace.
Whether we choose to serve our customers better, or be the best father we can be, or set up a well in a poor village, whatever we're doing, we are still empowered when we serve. When we realize that we are in fact an instrument of bliss and love, we allow that infinite power to flow through us into the lives of others. The cosmic dream made manifest, a truly wondrous event.
What if we choose to live our life purpose through our work? We've been conditioned by our upbringing, society, the media, our peers, to believe that work generally entails a degree of pain or some boredom or suffering. That's why we get paid for it. It's something we don't have much choice over. We just have to do it.
But is work supposed to be a bizarre form of economic slavery? I mean, we may spend half our waking lives at work. Surely that's not supposed to be spent being unhappy. If we work purely for money and conform to what society and our peers expect, we may feel dissatisfied.
Why? Because there's no end to our wants for money, status, fame, power, when we're doing it purely for ourselves. Our minds want the money and the fame, but our soul chooses self-expression. Why should we do anything in life? Ultimately, because it's an expression of who we are at our deepest level.
We've separated our soul from our work. But what would happen if we reconnected our spiritual selves and our material selves? What if our livelihoods were a more complete expression of our true blue nature? What if we could spend our working time spreading a bit more happiness, spreading a bit more love, a bit more unity into the world around us, making a positive contribution and living authentically? sometimes we can push our life purpose away from us because we believe it's this mysterious, secretive thing that's impossible to find. No, the universe doesn't want to hide the truth from us. We are designed to discover it once we quieten our minds enough to listen to our intuition. Then we can just let go and trust.
Secondly, if we keep thinking, oh, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is, we might actually be saying, I'm afraid to know what it is. Discovering my life purpose could be scary, so it's easier to stay confused and not have to make radical changes in life. Discovering and living our life purpose is part of the hero's journey, an idea made famous by the American scholar Joseph Campbell, who inspired George Lucas's Star Wars films. In the hero's journey, the protagonist is often a reluctant hero. They are urged to live their life purpose, a higher calling. Then there are challenges that they have to face. They have to face their fears and overcome them. Finally, by gaining the strength to overcome the challenges, they are able to be a gift to the world. This is our journey. And ultimately, it's a journey of overcoming fear and a journey of self-realization. There are a few superhero films that also borrow some of these concepts. And superhero films are so popular at the box office because at some level, we can relate to them deep down. We know that there is a hero within us, but some of us may be afraid to take the path.
Being a hero doesn't mean being famous or saving the world or dressing up in a tight lycra costume. We are on our own hero's journey, in our own world, in whatever way we contribute. Now, when we live our purpose, we may be the hero to our children, or the hero to our work colleagues, or the hero to our village or community. Stepping into our own unique life purpose is heroic in itself. And no one's purpose is any better or worse than anyone else's. Let's discover more about the purpose of our life. Are you ready for this great adventure? What will you discover in the next few days?
In the next video, we'll go deeper into the skill, will, and thrill. But today, we'll ask ourselves some open-ended questions to help us connect with our creativity. This is literally blue sky thinking.
As we do these exercises, it's best to be free and open-minded. Let's not allow rationality to get in the way for the moment. We've got nothing to lose by really going for it. Now, this would also be a good moment to make sure that you've got today's worksheets ready.
You can find today's worksheets at www.TheMeaningofLife.tv/worksheets or on the app.
I'm going to walk you through a series of self-awareness exercises that have helped me and my clients. I'm going to ask you a series of questions whilst your eyes are closed. Now, please make sure that you're sitting comfortably.
Let's close our eyes and let's take a slow, deep breath in and breathe out. And let's take another slow, deep breath in. And let go. In a moment, I'll ask you some questions. And when I ask you a question, it's best not to think too hard about the answer. Let's not analyze it. We can simply connect to an intuitive feeling in our hearts, a gut instinct, our inner truth, an inner knowingness, and allow that part of us to express itself and answer the questions. If you're not sure, answers from our heart, our intuition, are often the first answer that comes to you before you've had a chance to think about it and analyse it. And if nothing comes up for some of the questions, you can repeat this exercise as many times as you like. Now let's really allow ourselves to dream. Remember back when you were a child and how you could fantasize and dream about things and not hold yourself back. Let's get into that mindset and be free. Let's enjoy this exercise and have fun with it. And now, let's put our awareness onto our feet. And now let's become aware of our ankles, allowing our feet and ankles to become loose, limp and relaxed. Put our awareness onto our legs, our waist, loosening our waist, feeling comfortable. And let's put our awareness onto our stomach. And now let's become aware of our chest, observing the gentle rise and fall of our chest as we breathe. Let's become aware of our shoulders now. Just loosening our shoulders to feel loose. Let's become aware of our neck. And let's become aware of our head now. And we can just loosen and relax the gentle muscles of our face. And we can allow our whole body to become loose, limp and relaxed, like it's just too much effort to bother thinking about anything. And if it helps you, if you want to feel like you're being guided through the process, you can bring in a figure from your religion or spirituality to help guide you. Or if not, you can bring someone in that you have a deep respect for, who's your coach or mentor. Or you can imagine just being in a beautiful nature scene. Now I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you can allow the answers to come up from your heart. Imagine it's the day of your retirement in your current life path, and you look back over your life. What regrets do you have about your life? What do you wish you did more of or less of? Allow the answers to come gently. Now, if some answers came to you, you can gently open your eyes and write down the answers that came to you on the worksheet. And you can pause the video if you need more time to reflect or write something down. Now let's close our eyes again and go back deeper into that deeper state of relaxation and ask ourselves again. Let's now go on to the next question with our eyes closed. Let's take a slow, deep breath in and let go. Imagine you have won the lottery and you never need to work for your money again. What will you do right now with your time? When you're ready, you can open your eyes and write it down by pausing the video, and you can repeat this process if you need to. Now let's go on to the third question with our eyes closed. What did you dream of doing when you were a child that you've now let go of? What passion did you have as a child that was left unexpressed? When you're ready, you can open your eyes and write it down on your worksheet. You can pause the video if you need some more time to reflect. Let's close our eyes. What are 5 situations in life that give you your highest feelings of happiness, joy, and satisfaction, both in your work life and your personal life? When you're ready, you can write your answers down from your intuition. Let's close our eyes again. What legacy would you like to leave on this planet? How would you like to be remembered if you could make a change? You can write it down when you're ready. Let's close our eyes again. What great thing would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Please write it down when you're ready. Now let's close our eyes. Imagine you're actually living your life purpose in the near future. Imagine a feeling that you're now using your unique skills and talents, and you're living your values and are really motivated to do this activity. And you're happy doing what you're doing. What does this life look like? What kinds of activities are you engaged in? How are you spending your day? Please write them down when you're ready. Now thank your guide for helping you today, if you chose to have one. And now let's take a slow, deep breath in with a smile. And breathe out. Let's take another slow, deep breath in. And let go. And now you can gently open your eyes.
So you can have a look now at your answers. Or maybe you'd like to discuss them in your group if you're in one. Having a look at the questions again, is there anything that you'd like to add? If so, you can pause the video if you need to. Now, if you don't have anything written down yet for some of the questions, please don't worry. We've planted some good seeds. And as you revisit these questions with an open heart, things will start to emerge. And you can always go back and add to these questions as you continue to explore through your own experiment.
When we walk along this path of purpose, inevitably the practical questions of life come up. How will I earn money? How will I balance my life?
Living your life purpose is unleashing your passion from a place of abundance, not scarcity. So what is abundance? Is it money? What's abundance to you? Now, personally for me, I realised that abundance doesn't mean having a big bank balance. There are plenty of very wealthy people who don't feel happy or contented or abundant. The real wealth is that inner contentment that no external situation or person can ever take away.
And that deeper inner contentment comes from knowing that you are living an authentic life, that you are living in alignment with your deepest values and moving closer and closer to your deeper, loving, blissful nature.
Now, for some people, living their life purpose coincides with an activity that earns money. For others, living their life purpose is nothing to do with earning money, but it still contributes to an overall feeling of abundance. Be reassured that life will find a way for things to work out if we're authentic with ourselves.
For the rest of today, I recommend keeping the answers to today's exercises with you. Let's reflect on the questions again and again over the next 24 to 48 hours and add any extra thoughts to our worksheets.
In the next video, we'll go deeper into discovering our life purpose. In preparation, I'd like to recommend asking people around you, work colleagues, friends, family members, what they think are your key skills, talents, and qualities. What are you really good at? Please be sure to write anything down that you've learnt and have it ready for our next video.
We are all special and here to give a unique gift to this planet. We know that we're close to knowing our life purpose when we have the highest feelings of joy and fulfillment. Answering our calling is part of the hero's journey, to be a light unto the darkness. Asking open-ended questions about our life purpose can stimulate creativity and connection to our intuition. It's worth repeating the life purpose worksheet at a later date to see what new answers may come up.